It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Washington Commanders and the Green Bay Packers. Coming up next.
First opened in 1957. Welcome inside what's still one of the great stadiums of the NFL. Legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, home of the Packers. With Greg Olson, Mike Tirico up here in the booth. So glad that you are along with us. Greg got a couple offenses here that love to take their shots down the field, so the defenses really have their task right in front of them if they want to win this game.
Yeah, no question. I think as many of the matchups that we've dove into this entire week, it really comes down to which defense puts a lid on the opposing passing game and prevents as many big plays as possible. We see it week in and week out. The correlation between generating big plays, especially through the air, directly leads to the ability to score points. So make teams go the long way. You know, the defensive old saying is, make them snap it again.
The veteran Brandon McManus ready to kick this one off. And off we go from legendary Lambeau. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Washington offense going to make their way to the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
And even though he's just a rookie, Mike, I think it's safe to say Jaden Daniels, he is one of the most dynamic athletes that we have in the entire NFL at the quarterback position. And on top of that, he's not a one-dimensional player. Yes, he's going to make splash plays with his feet, and he's going to make some highlight reel plays. But he is a quarterback. He can make every throw. He's got great arm talent. If he can continue to find the balance between those two aspects, he's got a chance not to have just success today, but he has a chance to have success for a long time in this league.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
The motion man here is McClure. And the defense snuffed that one out. It goes down as a completion, but no gain on the play.
Well, you could tell that the defense had seen that play on game tape, and they were ready for it. They tried to do a little jet sweep, pop pass out of the gun. Defense was all over it. Nowhere to go, no gain.
On second down, it's Daniels. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and third down coming up.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everybody.
And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. And now they got a fourth down decision to make.
And that is no good. He missed it. And this will stay a scoreless game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll give them the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
In motion, Reed. Once again, it's Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
On second down, Love. Over the middle, he fits it into Dobbs. Third and a yard. In motion, Reed. We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Austin Eckler now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Commanders' offense ready to possess the football for the second time. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Yet another Alabama back in the league. This is Brian Robinson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's 1st and 10. First carry for the versatile Austin Eckler. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. That's McLaurin open on the left side. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Daniels to throw on second down. He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. They need 8 as they come up for third down. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got it at the 7. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Daniels going to keep it on the zone read. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Off the bootleg. Here's Daniels. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn it to a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
Third and goal. It's Daniels. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain in a 3-0 first half. Back with more from Lambeau Field after this. So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Commanders will tie this game up here late in the first half.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. The dangerous Mecole Hardman on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Packers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They'll set out in search of a first touchdown in this game. Just a pair of field goals to show. It's 3-3 as they start 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute move.
Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Love. Third and long. Dobbs headed in motion. On 3rd down, they go with Jacobs. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, the Packers turn it over to Daniel Whelan to punt. This brought in out past the 20. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Commanders' offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter. And get started with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. This one intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and good. And the Packers take a 10-3 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Here's Eckler on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Commanders' offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Halftime now at Lambeau, and the Packers are on top. As we'll get you down to Orlando now, that's where the coach is, Jonathan Coachman, and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment. But for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Reports. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Mike, we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Hardman now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Packers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Love. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. A pickup there of 19 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a third down. And, Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on third down? Third downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better. This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now Jacobs. And that'll be a gain of 2 and a first down. On the ground, it's Jacobs. And he'll get 4 on this one. Down inside the 40-yard line now. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is Love. That's left side, caught by Musgrave. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
Love to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the veteran linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Commanders are going to have the ball at their own 18-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull it to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play, your own red zone.
The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this 2nd half. Daniels now going to look to throw. That pass taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Rashawn Gary, former Michigan Wolverine, in there to take him down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
So, points at a premium. Defensive battle so far as we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Gets a quick throw over to Samuel. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. From the shotgun on 3rd down, Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
On fourth down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Nicole Hardman deep to return. And this will not turn out to be a good return. Forced backwards, and they get him out of bounds. The Packers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with first down from their own 11. Back to throw is Love. And he's going to be taken down back at the 2-yard line.
I've been in enough locker rooms in my day, Mike, and pretty much all of the messages are the same. We want to start the second half fast. We want to take the fight to our opponent. Well, snapping the ball inside your own 5-yard line after that sack, I promise you, was not part of the speech. And if they're not careful, they're on the verge of surrendering 2 points here.
They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. On second down, Jacobs. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Packers set to kick this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead. Now, fair catch taken, and they're going to have great starting field position just shy of midfield. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. They'll begin just shy of midfield with a 1st and 10. They'll throw with Daniels. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand. So it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now he'll run. A pickup there of 28 yards.
There was a lot of questions surrounding this quarterback about whether his style of play from college would transfer to the NFL game. Well, his ability to create with his legs certainly has here today. We see it with his ability to escape pressure out of the pocket, and he's able to pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. On target, got it to McClure. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide. And that is not going to work out as planned. Maybe a tough spot to try to run a play like that. Either way, it's blown up back behind the line of scrimmage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Daniel, and that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. Clock shows 50 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 6. Dobbs headed in motion. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a 1st down. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So, it's a win for the Packers. Points were at a premium in this one, but they're able to eke out the victory in this low-scoring affair. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Packers are winners as we say so long from legendary Lambeau Field.